You hosted, Connie, an after referendum event at your home.
That's right.
And you and approximately 25 other people gave your opinion as to what went right, what went wrong, and what the next steps are, if there are any next steps. And now what you did was you put out a submission that was called Pro Rep What's Next? And I looked at it, and I think that that's what I'd like to talk about.
That's great. I'm happy to talk about that.
Yeah, it was a wonderful piece. And now, first off, what advice would you give to a passionate PR advocate that does not want to give up the fight?
Well, I don't think the fight is over by a long shot, and I encourage people to talk about the shortcomings of first past the post at every possible opportunity. A lot of us are calling it disproportional representation because that's what it is. There are a lot of things wrong with it that many people have no clue about. So we need to talk in personal conversations, in things like this, in organizations that we belong to, social media posts, all kinds of things like that. We need to talk about what is wrong with our current voting system. And, you know, Trudeau's broken promise at the federal level, he was acknowledging before 2015 that first past the post was unfair and broken and needed to be replaced, and we need to keep reminding him of that. We discovered from our pro-rep campaign here in BC that unfortunately going negative works, and that you know, when I was doing door-to-door things for whatever organization I was volunteering for, the fact that so many people didn't know that first past the post is disproportional, for example, or that creates what we call a majority government, but it's actually a false majority. It's pretty rare to have 50% of voters actually support a government in power under first past the post. Things like that we need to talk about a lot. And at the same time, we need to celebrate those PR countries, pro-rep countries that are doing things that we admire. So that's the advice I would give.
Okay, well, that's great. On an individual level, it's very important because a lot of people just don't, even though they're very passionate about proportional representation, a lot of them just don't know how to approach promoting it.
Or they might think that because the referendum is over, that the subject is taboo. Well, far from it, especially when we've got a federal election coming up. Okay.